Hello and welcome back to the Spain campaign, and where we left off we were reducing our neutrality and building up our industry quite nicely, trying to breach that 100 IC mark. And well, considering we're on full civilian economy, we're not actually looking that badly when it comes to our nation. Now, Portugal, we've already managed to get them up to a threat of 2 points. What's the word I'm looking for? 2.6%, which isn't too bad at all. We've still got a long way to go, but at that rate of progress, with us reducing neutrality as well, hopefully we'll be able to get there in sort of 1938 time, which would be great. No, not 1938, it would be more like 1940. So that would be amazing. Now, we are doing the majority of our 1937 text that we want to do. The question mark really becomes, do we want to try and invest a little bit into some form of proper capital ships? That's the real question. I mean, if you go capital and destroyer heavy, that's probably the way to go. Could look at submarines as well, but I think we should definitely invest a little bit in it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing a little bit of research into things like destroyers. Medium shipyards, good. And then we can start thinking about carriers and things later on. I don't know why I selected all my units there. And 38 means they can stop. And we've got some more 30. Well, 37 is good enough. Let's get all of these 1918, 1935 level destroyer techs and start being able to maybe build a little destroyer navy. And, ooh, we've got a little, we're nearly doing our full production queue, everyone. And a small shipyard as well. Okay, so where's that based out of? Is it Ferrol? Or Barcelona? Valencia? Nope. I guess it's only based out of La Corona. I'll keep an eye out next time for where that actually comes up and says we've got our... So, Cordoba. It's up here, isn't it? I'm not very good at my Spanish geography. Like, I'm quite good at geography in general, but I'm not very good at actually, like, geography from a standpoint of, like, like, I could tell you where, for example... You know, I can tell you where Barcelona is, but like the slightly smaller places, I am nowhere near as au fait with. Okay, so... Ooh, we can get things like divisional command structures. So, central planning we want to keep running. That gives us a little bit more land organisation. That's actually really good. Hey, 83 organisation isn't that bad. And mass assault, thank you very much. A little bit more morale, okay. Well, I hope everyone's enjoying this series. It's one of those things that, okay. So, grand opening of a new industrial complex. Your background as an industrialist pays dividends as the people are thrilled to be opening your nation's newest industrial complex. Manufacturing plant level 2 in Toledo. So, ooh, level 3 manufacturing plant now. Happy days. Not bad at all. Now, I did want to do as well, didn't I? Yes. Because we don't have that many units. We do have a lot of manpower, though. So we should probably think about making the units we've got out in the field as durable as we can. Last thing we want to be is, you know, at war with Germany and then have our units breaking left, right and centre. So, doing recon units, assault concentration, and 3 shipyards too, yeah. And then from 7 till 9 is not bad at all from a standpoint of our supply requirement. We're down, you know, considering the amount of money we're making, you know, we're down to a supply requirement of only 13 which isn't bad. That's pretty good. We could think about renegotiating a few of our trades, but not sure we need to currently. Twin engine, armament. And we're doing hedgehog defense, but any of these do... That's you that does unit cooperation as well. They all do unit cooperation. Those percentage modifiers really do add up if you're wondering why I'm doing them all. They do make a major difference. Airport capabilities at 38, that's good. And airports at level 2 gives a little bit of air organisation, which takes them from up to 78. Right, artillery carriage. I'll let that 37 run. We've got a couple of medium, like, artillery type things that we need to start looking at as well. Great War analysis we can let run. Let's get artillery brigades improved. We want to try and, as I say, improve our armies as much as possible. You know, wherever we can. So we're going to let those 36 ones run. Right, logistical organisation, good, good. And we can just let that go. And we've got a whole bunch of IC that's about to be built. There we go, good, good. It'd be good to build some flying boats as well. Okay. Oh. In Santa Cruz. In Tenerife. Oh, we have... Okay, apparently we have industry down here for whatever reason. And yet no port. And a coal field. So, I mean, a naval base there as well wouldn't be the worst thing. And then up in Barcelona, we're already building it up. Yeah, you don't have any heavy industry, which is bizarre. It's doing it at random. Should probably stick to like the mainland. Right, let's put all of you to the top now. Because we can like leave Barcelona to the end now that it's got his out of the way. And there we go, there's 100 IC on the board. Not bad. And I think some transport planes would be useful in the long run as well. Sure, South Africa, as much as I'm increasing threat on you, I think we should be best friends. Okay, what we don't want to do is we don't want Portugal to end up in the Axis. We want to avoid that, so hopefully they'll stay out of it. And then the same thing with when we're increasing threat on South Africa, we don't want them to get into the Allies. Like early. Well, you see Portugal is the biggest threat. And I mean Portugal are a massive threat. They need to be dealt with. So pre-war armor construction. Right, we're about to get yet more. Just got another bit of leadership there. For 0.5, that makes me happy to take that out of officers, so we're going to start putting a little bit more into our organisation. And army group. And let's try and make some modern destroyers. Let's get a modern destroyer fleet going. We could do a little bit more metal, please, if anyone wants to do a trade. Depth charge, yeah, definitely want that. And armor plate thickness. Hydrophone, and yeah, fire control computers and things. I want to build some native destroyers if we can. Rogue politician. Gain the descent, please. As much as I don't want to. Because what I will do is we'll do what we did last time, and we will pump it into consumer goods. I mean, we're going to have the odd annoying politician, aren't we, for a little while. And then we can start having a look at, like, these capital techs, figuring out what layout we want. The 4x3 layout, so, ooh. I must say, I've never picked one of the layouts from... Wait. As in 2 5-gun turrets? The fuck? No. I don't like that either. 3x3 does have a certain je ne sais quoi. Okay, so medium velocity gun, 1940, sure. Railroad network, okay. Let's get some engines and some boilers. Start learning how to rebuild a grand armada. Oh, and they want some of our light cruisers. Well, good on you, Norway. You want to build one of our light cruisers? I think you're crazy, but hey. Could build battle cruisers. Keep that descent ticking on down, day by day. Money for energy and division HQ advance. At 37 we can handle. Pre-calculating. Yeah, it's worth getting those percentage bonuses. Ooh, basic anti-tank ammunition. Don't mind if I do. Still not the ability to do any of the armoured techs, which is a bit weird. I imagine that they're waiting on the pre-war armour construction before they can trigger Railway Level 2. Thank you. And an armaments factory, yes. Which makes us a little bit more supply efficient. Yeah, money for metal. We do need metal at the moment. Continue to make our artillery and things a bit better. Right, so heavy artillery brigades are now available, which is good. We can get medium artillery brigades up and running. Try and build some proper arty divisions, some small arms factories, artillery support advance. And then, yeah. Artillery unit, sort of like morale and operational doctrine and stuff. Well, we don't like that. I don't want people to to be voting people we don't want in. So let's have a little look at our ministers and things. Do we have anyone better? So, no, I see efficiency is still the best. Silent workhorse is still most definitely the best. Decreased national revolt risk is not terrible. Let's see efficiency. I don't want a crooked kleptocrat in security, please. Efficient sociopath. Or a compassionate gentleman. We'll do it for the compassionate gentleman. Don't need a theoretical scientist in place. We've got some dismal enigmas that we don't want around. I mean, we've got a carrier person. Let's get someone that does like medium bombers and stuff, because hopefully we'll get some medium plane factories out of it. And then Brigade, CNC, sure. And hopefully that'll rectify all of our tech. Yeah, it has. So, back around to 38, which makes me want to grab monumental architecture. We're doing this somewhat ahead of time. Let's get the next level of broadcasting. We'll have everything tick on up. And there we go. That's all of our industry back in place. And let's get supply transportation, which gives us a little bit more of bonuses in a few different areas. And first aid and medicine and stuff. And get that ahead of time before some other nations. We need metal. Yeah, we want to decrease that attrition. That's the last thing we want, because we don't really want to lose too much to attrition. Rocking 70 IC, which is not bad at all. And we're starting to make some real progress in like the speed at which we build it. Because, I mean, we got 6 point... Yeah, so these have decreased in cost, which is good. And hopefully the production time's gone down. I mean, June 1938 is still quite some time, so hopefully that'll go down with yet more time invested. The Spanish Industrial Revolution off the back of republicanism. I've got to say, I've been rewatching a little bit of Star Trek recently. I am a pretty major nerd for all things sci-fi, if anyone that isn't aware of that already. I would imagine that the majority of you probably are aware of the fact that I'm a bit of a sci-fi nerd, because I've ranted about it on the channel previously. But, yeah, I'm a major sci-fi nerd. I've been watching a little bit of Star Trek, The Next Generation. Just dipping my toe back into it. Remembering how bad Series 1 of Star Trek, The Next Generation is. Like, the first series is somewhat bizarre. because I think Roddenberry directly did a lot of the producing work in it, which would be fine. If... Yeah, there was a lot of problems. They wanted to go down, I think, a route of, like, there not being much conflict, so the characters don't really develop over the course of the first series of Star Trek. So if you haven't watched Star Trek The Next Generation before, I would kind of recommend that you probably skip a fair amount of the first series, because it's a bit dry. There's not a lot that happens. Like, there's a few episodes you'd have to watch, like probably the encounter at Farpoint is like a pretty big one, but like other than that, ooh. Okay, so getting some more manufacturing plants. I'm always on board with that. Heavy industry in La Corona. Okay. Sure. And Bados. Ah, here we go. That sounds good to me, so we will do that. And then I think we should do a little bit more of reducing our neutrality. Now, hopefully in this year, yeah, we're nearing the point where we might be able to start enacting some actual decent production laws. And a little bit more supply is not the worst thing in the world. Small warship armament. Yeah, we'll take that. Yeah, it's decreased our supply consumption a little bit and allowed us to build yet more on the old IC front. Right, in Valencia, are you an area of interest from a heavy industry standpoint? You aren't. So in which case we're going to let your industry end, and then we can do some more production in places where we have heavy industry. Okay, we can start looking at TB classes now, which is good. Yeah, we'll let that run. Right, 1938. Interesting. And we've got some free IC. Okay, not bad. So, Barcelona. I almost want to stop doing your IC production. And we just want to concentrate where we've got the heavy industry that we've been building up. So, you haven't got heavy industry. You haven't. You're okay. You're fine. So there's not much heavy industry in the north. It's all sort of in these areas. So here's fine. Yeah, because we could start looking, you know, we are building a decent amount of IC. We could start looking at sort of maybe building up other areas. Of our military now. So yeah, we've got 8 IC to play around with. As I say, we could cancel Valencia as well, but you know what, we will. We've built up a little bit, so we've got 15. So one thing that we do want to do is we do want to grab, I think, another fighter bomber maybe. Then again, we'd have to do the tech for that, wouldn't we? Yeah, we need 2 fighters, so that's what we'll grab. And then we do also need a twin engine. Just to fill out these wings a little bit. And then, yeah, you did complete, didn't you? Yes. So we could do with a commander for you, but more importantly, you need a division set up. So we could grab a recon engineer. There's a difference between the camel and the other one. Costs a little bit more. That'll do for now. Just want to put put you at the top. And then, wow, 7 IC for a twin engine. Jesus. That's a lot. But yeah, we just want to fill out our army a little bit. Oh, hello, Austria. Austria just got eaten. I'm happy to let all of those run and get the group army command structure. We're already doing a fair amount of 38 industry techs. Thank you. We will definitely do that. Treaty of Munich. So there goes a bit of the Sudetenland. And central planning, which is up to 38. So we can take that off for now. And we'll just come back to it later. Mass assault, 37, we'll let that run. Want these doctrinal ones just to increase as time goes by. Okay, oil refining for if we get some oil wells eventually. And, yeah, mechanical computing machine, etc. All big ones. But you're both 37s, so I don't want to end you. Sure. We'll give you money for rares. And, aha, there we go. Fleet carrier auxiliary training. Not bad. So, steel armor casting, 38. We'll let that run. So, we want to get mechanical computing machine and we do want to get radar station. And I don't need the introduction help message, we can just disable that for now. Medium fuel tank, acrylic bubble cockpit. Radios and infantry radio communications, let's make our infantry as good as possible. And then, yes, we can get another few more industrial zone work things. So, Finland. Sure, Finland. Money for energy, 50 energy. There we go, just gone green. Tactical attack focus. Ground attack focus, take both of you off. Yeah, we are building up a fair amount of espionage points. I wonder, do we have any additional laws? How far away are we from that? We're at 69%, so at which point can we start thinking about laws? Come on. So we're already on 3-year draft, but full civilian economy, neutrality must be below 65. Okay. Neutrality must be below 65, and we're at 69, so we should hit that this year. Relatively soon. 36 there. Seaport, we want to carry that forward. Up to 150 on the older IC level, which is not bad. That is not bad at all. Cast armor construction. Money for rares. Yeah, it's the only thing we're lacking now, other than metal. War analysis up to 1918, we'll let that run. Did Spain fight in the First World War? I know Portugal did, but did Spain? It's a really interesting question. I actually don't know. I don't suppose they did actually. Maybe I'm completely misremembering. I really should remember that. Terrible. Right, flying boat. Okay, so we're starting to build up a pretty decent air force now from a standpoint of being able to actually produce things. So that's good. Yeah, light bombers, medium bombers, good. Let's get single engine fighters improved. Get that prototype up. And there we go, our upgrades pool has decreased massively. And we're pretty much doing our full production queue. Right, hydrophone. Yeah, we'll let that run. You can get small warship, yeah, anti-submarine warfare. We definitely want that. Soon enough. Yes, there we go. Thank you, Chile. Money for metal. Heavy armor forging. Yeah, we want to let that run. And we do want to get the anti-submarine warship ones, and I do want to be able to build torpedo boats and MTVs to build up our practical. So, depth charge. We want you to run as well. HFDF. Yep, 40, which means we can get torpedo class. Money for rares. We're still making some decent money, but nothing amazing. And advanced education investment. So warship fire control, we can let that run. You're 39, we can take you off and put you to advanced. And there we go, a little bit more tech. So we've got one more leadership out of that tech. Let's chuck it on MTB. And Seaport level 1, I should have got that earlier. For the money and the additional money and resources. Medium artillery, small ship. So to construction techs, we want that last industry level. We've really industrialized in very quick fashion. It's amazing not having to deal with what a, you know, stupid civil war will do for a nation, hey? From the bloody fascists. I wonder what sort of government we actually got. I mean, I know that I've got a bit of a hodgepodge at the moment, you know, of left-wing radicals and social democrats, but I wonder if they had won the Civil War, the Republicans, what the sort of post-period of that war would have been like, because a lot of different, you know, parties were, and political movements were all against the fascists during the time period. So it would be interesting to see, in the wake of the Civil War, what would have really happened. I imagine there probably might have even been a second Civil War between communists and the sort of more centre-left. Okay, capital ship engines. I really want to get the turbines as well. But we're only going to put our excess leadership into this. Although, oh, we got a bit extra. Infantry guns, 40, okay. And there we go. Semi-motorization of infantry, that's a big tech. Right, artillery unit training, 38, thank you very much. And we can get things like railroad network just to improve our supply throughput, etc. And we're going to have enough money to do chromite again when it expires. So that'll give us a little bit more IC efficiency again for a little while. And then road network. And I think we should move back into, yes, our infantry tech. So we did the 1941. We can get the 36 level standard infantry branch upgrades. Gun position on twin engines, that's fine. So let's get small arms. And I wonder how the Civil War in China is... Sorry, the Japanese invasion... Whoa! Japan strong. Japan very strong. Alright, rigged elections. Oh, we didn't lose national unity, so that's good. Right, military police, we can let that run. Integrated support... I don't think we need to do that currently. Because we've got more pressing matters on infantry support weapons, etc. 7. And how's our threat looking against Portugal? Not bad. Not bad at all. And how about South Africa? They might be fighting each other soon enough. I wonder, should we as well be targeting Cuba/Haiti? Because you're not guaranteed by anyone. There's not much by the way of resources, but if we were to take Santiago, Port-au-Prince, I mean, we get some extra resources, we get a little bit extra, and then Cuba, really, that is a big prize. You all guaranteed by the... yeah, sadly. But the islands aren't, so... I think we should start trying to have a little look at sort of South America. Or North America. Yeah, so Haiti. And the Dominican Republic. And Cuba. Now, where's Costa Rica? There it is. Yeah, so anyone on the mainland is guaranteed by the US, but this little island chain here isn't. So we could just, you know, take these islands. That would be moderately interesting. Re-establish our glorious empire, but obviously bringing the socialism. Right, infantry upgrades. Yet again. And how are we looking now? Right, we want defensive position designs. It's crazy that we don't have that. But we've got some more 38 text to do there. And how's our national revolt risk looking now? Not as bad. So it's sitting at about 7%. Nice, small ship technology. Okay, so does that mean, yes, we can get you up? And, ooh. Cartagena. Okay, well, we're getting somewhere else to build up our IC in then as well. So, Guadalajara de Babla. Yeah, you're not a major area as well, but you've been producing for quite some time. Yeah, we'll do that. Bilbao, Seville. Where's Bilbao again? I lose track of where all the... oh no, Bilbao's up here. Yeah, so that's fine. We'll let that run. Ooh, it's chugging a little bit. Right, divisional command structure, we can just let that run. Small ship technology is the one that we just started, and yeah, we can now go back around to here and get things like AFE, AA weapons. Ah, well that's a fucking annoying bastard. Right, let's ready a task force to go sort that out. We'll take literally you. Go, perfect. take the transport ships, etc. Move them out for a moment. And then we'll give our best commander artillery brigades, and then I guess we do have some armoured options now. So things like light armour designs and the like we can start working on, which is good. Right. No, that wasn't where we wanted you to go. Let's have another yeah, we do. Go, and then you can be the landing forces. We'll take you over to here. Money for fuel, no. First aid advance. Let's get our light armor designs as well as our tank destroyers. We're going to need some armoured divisions when it comes to Germany. And we can get like standard special forces upgrade. And off they go on their little run. Heavy artillery, feed tracks and suspension, gasoline engines, and then we can work on our special forces branch upgrade. I don't need fuel, thank you. I know I'm using a small amount, but I don't need it. Hey, there we go, mechanical computing machine, and we'll come back to that other one. And I would like to get amphibious warfare equipment. Let's keep it building on up. And the Monroe effect, of course. Broadcasting advance. For the Monroe effect. Building up our industry very nicely indeed. Right, come on, how far away from you? Oh, it's a long, long ass time. We could take a little bit more, and yeah, you know what, that's what we're going to do. Might as well let it run. .22 in leadership still, so still building up a little bit. Mass assault, thank you. That's a 38 level, which we'll take off for now because there's still some 37s that we need to do. And the Great Wall demonstration, which gives us offsets our neutrality thing a little bit. That's a pain. That's going to delay us a little bit. Where are we at? 66. Okay. Well. Okay, so we could carry on and improve our entertainment shows. That's what we're going to do. And new National Monument building. How much do we need to get something decent? So... 25,000 in supply. Not unreasonable. We could just drop our IC requirement just a little bit for a mo. And bump it up to 25. It still means we can do the majority of our production queue. What it means as well is that we can do a naval invasion. Back, and then we can take you and return home. Denmark wants some more light cruisers, and I say fine if that's what you want. 61, we've got our 37 tech there, and then we've got a 38 tech or two to grab, as well as the naval bomber prototypes. God, it's amazing how these things just they stick around. To get naval bombers. Great War Analysis, 1920. Yes. I think a lot of nations start with that. I understand why Spain doesn't, but I think a lot of nations should start with it. And I think we're at another end episode. So thanks very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of the Spain campaign. Thanks again. Bye-bye.